what we are discussing here today is, in my view, probably one of the most important topics for Europe and the world in the next couple of years. But what I'm also very excited about is that we are in a position where we can get AI right now, and that is both on a technical but also on a regulatory level. So a bit more about myself in that direction. I've most recently founded a company called Lakera, an AI safety company, where we combine years of deep practical AI experience to equip developers with the tools needed so that they can build trustworthy AI. And I liked Dragos's mention of the sandboxes, where we are also providing a software solution to the idea behind that. Now, why is this all important? I think there are many obvious points, but from our perspective, we experienced firsthand that it is one thing to define regulatory requirements. It goes all the way back to the high-level expert groups, trustworthiness guidelines, I believe almost 5 years ago, and another to actually build AI applications that fulfill these requirements. And looking at the AI Act, there are so many interesting elements in there where we as developers ask ourselves, what do we actually mean by that? We talk about fairness. What does that mean in the context of a specific application? How do we quantify that? Do we talk about error rate balances, equalized odds, causal discrimination? It's really not that clear. Technical robustness and safety, which is mentioned, what does that mean? I don't think, for example, that proving robustness to adversarial attacks is where we need to necessarily start today. And more importantly, all of these directions could potentially require massive resources from a development perspective. So I'm really talking about the impact this has on AI development teams. And so it goes without saying that I'm also particularly worried about the additional burden that this could potentially put on SMEs and startups, those that work on the group of friends that puts together an exciting idea and wants to implement that, bring that to market. And so with Lakera, we provide the software to alleviate that burden.